All right, so I had some questions on my dust collector here about these flanges. Well, this one's a little bit different because this one is mine. So this one, I've got my Thien Baffle. This is different from the video because this was the original one, and after using it, I don't know how long, a year, this here started to drop down, and I just put a screw through here and pulled that up to keep that from falling down. Now on mine, I've got a mark on my here, and it just makes it easy. I'll line that up, pop it in. This barrel stuck up a little bit higher than what the other one was, so I took my flush cut router bit, went around and made that nice and smooth. I cut a second ring the same size as this one, and then I cut the inside of it out and put it around our little housing here. And the only reason that is, and it's screwed from the inside so that I have a mating surface here, and this is where my airtight seal comes in. As you see, I've got all these holes. I had knobs up here with 1/4-inch bolts, and that way I could put it in, tighten it down. But as you see, it's nice and snug, and so it's touching, and because it's making a suction, it's getting perfect suction all the way around. I don't get any dust from this. This dust on here is from doing other stuff here in the shop. So I have one more ring that I had cut up here, and this one here is to go on the top. And the only reason I have this one was my motor right here. I have to find a way to mount it on here. So in the build video, I cut 2 circles this size and stacked them up, and that way, instead of just having a 3/4 inch, I had 1.5 inches for the motor housing to go through. You could even cut 3 if you wanted to, or instead of cutting a circle this size, you could have the one that goes in the top of here just to block off the top of your housing, and then around the center in here, have it smaller and cut out in the middle. I went ahead and made it bigger. This one here, I had did a 4-inch coupling, but because it's 5-inch on the motor housing, I had to heat it up with a heat gun, press fit it on, and then once I put it all together, it was kind of felt unstable. So then I went in and made these little boards here to kind of keep it stabilized. Whereas in the build, we was trying to make it simpler, and we just made this, doubled this up, either 2 or 3. And like I say again, it was just for a spacer, and just to something to mount the motor in. And you could make them as high as you want it. You could take maybe if you had a 2x8 or something, and cut a hole in between it in the center and put it in the middle. Like I say again, that really doesn't affect the function. It was just a way to mount the motor up here on top of this little housing here. Hopefully that helps answer any questions on the way the baffles are set up, and if not, leave me a comment and I'll be glad to try to explain it further.